Well, here's a little bonus for you on this Tuesday. We'll take a look at the plus side. Katie's joining us now.
Hello. Well, there's a lot happening in the world these days, and news, as we all know, can get very stressful.
And that's why we take some time each week to focus on good things that are happening around Maine, starting with dozens of Mainers will soon be able to get free construction training through a new program offered at 5 community colleges. The Associated General Contractors of Maine and the Maine Community College System are teaming up to launch this pre-apprenticeship program. Sessions are 4 weeks long. It's being funded by the Harold Alfond Center for the Advancement of Maine's Workforce. The goal is to remove barriers so more people can get into the field. Leaders of the new program say it will fill a growing need for construction workers in the state.
We need to be strategic and proactive about building the workforce of the future in our state. And this program offers an accelerated on-ramp into jobs, apprenticeships, or further education at the community colleges in the trades.
The program is being offered this spring at Central Maine Community College in Auburn and at community colleges in Presque Isle, Calais, Fairfield, and Bangor.
Mainers in Franklin County are working to make sure their communities stay warm this winter. Franklin County recently opened its first firewood bank. People who qualify can now buy firewood at a lower price and get free delivery. It's run by United Methodist Economic Ministry. It works with Western Maine Community Action, which provides heating vouchers through the Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program known as LIHEAP. Amelia Serbin, a widow living on a fixed income, says she's grateful for the help.
And they're helping us so much. And it's not, how I said, not only for me, for the entire community that they help us.
So far, 8 households in Franklin County have each received a cord and a quarter of firewood. Recipients may also qualify for up to $15,000 in home repairs to reduce heat loss. The program only started taking applications at the beginning of the month because of the government shutdown.
And for senior citizens, things like getting firewood can be hard, but so can be just doing regular things you enjoy doing. There's a group in the town of Scarborough where fun and music actually got to come to them, and our Scout Fishman brings us a closer look.
We see their smiles. We see them waving.
I think it's really the connection with the animals.
It's nice to bring joy to people who need it most.
Jingle bell time is a swell time to go gliding in the one-horse sleigh.
You are so nice.
And you only pause a moment when you heard them holler, stop!
When I found out I wasn't going to be working today, it's like, yeah, I'm going to go and bring Kiwi. And
how come?
Because I knew Donna wanted to see her again, and Kiwi wanted to see her.
I choked up.
She's her former owner.
When I needed to downsize and come live in this nice place, I gave him to a farmer student. Horses are who I am, and I miss seeing them.
In the frosty air, what a bright time, it's a bright time to rock the night.
How are you today?
Good, you?
Good. Thank you for coming out.
Jingle bells, not a pony. Jingle bells, jingle bells. Square in the frosty air. What a bright time! It's the right time to rock.
That horse knew it was on camera.
I know.
Quite the stars.
All right, for some of our numbers are in now. For this year's Coats and Toys for Kids drive, our teams collected 3,400 coats, 1,800 toys, and more than 1,000 hats and mittens so far this year. While drop-off locations are now closed up, you can still help some have a warm winter. We are accepting donations through our online wish list still. Any purchase there will go straight to the Salvation Army for distribution. Just text the word KIDS to 207-828-6622 and we'll send you a link. Thank you to everyone who donated and those who plan to still do so.
All right. Well, now to this, a Skowhegan Police Canine team is receiving national recognition. Sergeant Joshua York and Canine Reese are featured in a 2026 fundraising calendar from Vested Interest in Canines. It's a nonprofit that supports law enforcement dogs. Proceeds from calendar sales help fund protective gear and services for canines nationwide. The calendar also honors canines lost in the line of duty. Calendars are available online for $20 plus shipping.
Some of Maine's writing talent recently highlighted in the city of Bangor. More than 100 authors and publishers came to the 4th annual Bangor Authors Book Fair and Literary Festival. I can't say literary. They filled the Bangor Public Library with book signings, live readings, panels, workshops. All of this hosted by the Bangor Authors Collaborative. Started as 30 authors in its first year, now grown into one of the largest gatherings of Maine writers in the entire state. The founder there, Christopher Packard, says the event celebrates community and local storytellers all across Maine.
Every single author that's here is a Maine author, and all the publishers are Maine publishers. So there's so much talent in the area, and it's a great way to get a special gift that's personalized and supports the local community.
Chris Packard looks like a Monopoly piece. I love it. Says he wants to build on this year's momentum and expand the fair for Maine's literary, see, I did it that time, community.
You're evolving, Lee.
Congrats.
Good job.
Wait
Good
till
job.
the next time.
All right, seniors at Casco Bay High School are gearing up for their future by first making a stop at the post office. There's a walk. It's part of an annual tradition where students send letters to people who helped them throughout their education. All seniors apply to some type of post-secondary education, so they have the confidence to know that they can do it. News Center Maine photojournalist Scout Fishman
Once again
tagged along on that march.
It makes you know that you're ready for the next thing, but you are so grateful for everything that has made you ready for it.
Even though senior year is already like a bit way through, the march to the post office is really the final lap, essentially, for our senior year. And I'm really I'm nervous but excited at the same time for it.
Put your letters in this box, guys. Put your letters here.
We have found that doing this gratitude letter at this time of year also propels them to reflect and thank other people.
Over time, I've learned to be more appreciative of people and of things, so I plan to write more letters.
One of our goals with our senior curriculum is to make sure that every student feels and knows that the post-secondary options that are out there are open to them.
Saying you have to apply to a school isn't saying Casco is making you to go to college. It's saying every student at Casco is capable, they are ready for that challenge.
Sometimes discovering yourself isn't really a process that's going to be easy. There's some things you may not like, you may like, so you got to really think before you choose what you want to do for your career in the future.
Follow your passions, believe in what you're capable of. Class of 2026, I love you all. And have a great Friday.
All right, shout out to Scout for another great story. The principal of Casco Bay High School says more students are thinking about alternative options like taking a gap year, joining the military, or starting with a 2-year program. This was the 13th year students made the march to the post office. So there's 2 parts to that, right? They have to apply to a college, and then they have to think about who or what they're grateful for in their education so far. I love that concept because have you ever thought, I should really write a letter to that person and tell them how much they meant to me or how much they influenced me, and then it's just not high on the to-do list and then you don't do it. So having a structured program that prompts you to do that, I absolutely love that. There are 2 or 3 people I've thought many times, I should let them know what a good influence they were on me. There's one teacher I did reach out to on Facebook and told her, but it's not the same as a handwritten letter.
Right.
Yeah.
It's more special that way. But hey, I mean, also never too late to let
True.
people know that they've helped you in some way.
It becomes harder and harder to find them.
Oh, well, you got to track people down.
And
Okay, that's one thing.
as you get older,
So maybe
it's harder
it is actually
and harder
too late.
to find them alive.
Well, yes.
That's true
at our
too.
age, a lot of my teachers have passed away. But that is one of the many benefits of living where I've grown up. I've seen them, so I can tell them in person, like, oh my gosh, there's Mr. So-and-so. I got to run over there. And
Which is
Shaw's
valuable also,
and
yeah.
grab this poor guy who's going to think I'm a psycho and just like, do you remember me? And,
Right.
and thank them in person.
Yeah.
So I'm lucky to do that a few times.
And not just teachers.
Anybody
The guy who owned
coaches,
the
all the
diner
things.
that I worked
Yep.
at during high school had such a profound positive influence on my life. I'd love to let him know, but it's too late, sadly.
Oh.
So do it before it's too late, kids.
Yes, that's the
That's the
lesson.
message.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, that'll do it for the plus side today. We'll be right back after this.